Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Resonance of Fate. We're about to advance chapters. We are finished with the prologue, we get an achievement, and we're going to save our progress. So that's everything done in the prologue chapter. Not much, but just, basics of leveling, basics of, getting our missions, things of that nature, and obviously now things are going to open up an awful lot more.
Lunch is ready! Wake up already! Do you know what time it is?
I was getting ready to go out.
What? Out where?
Catch you later.
What? Wait, where are you going?
I don't know why Leanne is wearing full-blown heels with her casual wear, but live your best life, queen. So chapter 1, The Weight of Life, we have a new story mission added. We're playing as Zephyr. And as is going to become very common, when we initially start a chapter, we're going to run to the guild, collect the missions for the chapter, and then see what we are dealing with. So we have to open up a new area in the power station, and we have to collect a doll for the shopkeep. So the power station is offline. We need to basically reactivate it. And then the act of kindness is basically where we have to go locate a doll and donate it to the shop. So we talked to our familiar staffer, and he's saying that the power feed from the power station has been unstable and they wanted to go investigate it. And to do that we have to lay down energy hexes to basically access areas of the maps that were previously locked off and blocked off. And then if we just run up to this other street to where we buy our new weapons and stuff, we basically have we have our guy Daniel here, and he basically is looking for dolls to decorate. And then this is where I kind of forgot, but he actually gives us such a big hint there. He's like, do you have any dolls in your home? And just to make sure to arrive here at the daytime, because he obviously runs the shop in the nighttime. But I went on and just went and looked at some of the accessories that we got for our guns. They give them better loading time, better initial accuracy, better damage, things like that. So all very useful, but you have to be mindful, because if you give a gun too many upgrades, it becomes too heavy and your characters can't wield it. But we're going to run to the arena. It is finally open. It wasn't open in the prologue. But you basically get rank 1 fights. And basically you can win prizes. You basically pay a fee to enter, and then if you win you get a bonus to your returns. So right now we have rank 1, battle 1. And basically, if you repeat that, you get a bit of a montage, basically. So as you kind of saw from those clips, you fight them again and again. You get to go up from rank 1, battle 2, battle 3, all the way up to the star rank. And we're going to have to do that for every single battle. So I'll do that off screen and give those little collabs there. But you also gain EXP, so that's super useful. So our character's got a few levels there, which is very good. You also unlock arena currency that you can basically spend on different upgrades and things. That's super useful. But yeah, we've been asked to Cardinal Teresa's house for some sort of a mission, and we have to basically make sure we're arriving in the daytime. So we just arrive here and get like a lovely cutscene where we kind of talk about Leanne and Zephyr and just the past with the trio, because they're actually fairly newfound friends, basically.
Enjoying yourself?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Just how long have you been with us now?
Not long enough to be much use.
At least learn to cook. I'm worthless in the kitchen.
Excuse me, sir. Cardinal Teresa has arrived.
You two wait here.
So good to see you again, Vacheron. Dispense with the formalities. Such displays ill-suit you. The boy is looking well enough.
It took some time, but he'll be all right.
You reap what you sow. Who's the girl? She's not your usual type, is she?
Zephyr saved her life, and she followed him home.
Saved her life? The boy?
Yes, she's become something of a fixture now.
Perhaps he's changed after all.
If you don't mind, I'm here on business.
Of course you are. I can scarcely get down there on these old legs of mine. And I know you wouldn't go unless I asked you.
So we're after receiving a flower. We're after being given some energy hexes to basically access deeper areas of the world map, which before now were inaccessible. So like there, the colored hex is red, so you need to build a path with a red colored hex to open it up. But as we will see later, you are able to like dispel, like if you put like the colored hex down and then put a normal hex over it, it will turn it back to like an ordinary hex, which is super cool. You have like energy stations you can put in certain areas of the map to like turn them into healing zones, but like we won't necessarily need that, to be honest. So just heading out here, heading back down the lift, we have our little red area, and so we activate the little red hex, and now we can build our way down. What's super handy is we can just turn back to the ordinary hexes that we have, and we can just turn it back into ordinary pathing, which is super duper handy. And then again, just trying to like Tetris our way along so we get as many of these activated as we possibly can to get our little upgrades and our little collectibles, and we get like some nice outfit accessories. That's super duper cool. So that's the other good thing about the arena, you get so many hexes. But here's super funny, I was literally trying to level up Vacheron's grenades, and I just completely, like, by accident, got a different achievement, which is for killing 2 enemies or more in a single attack. And as it happened, 3 enemies lumped together, 1 hit KO. But if you're trying to hunt for that particular achievement, I'm going to show you a different area that is also useful for getting it. But also, we have to have our little shopping montage, and we like dress Leanne up. to make her look absolutely fabulous for all the upcoming cutscenes. So like, that's where that was. But if you run this encounter with these two guys on the bridge, it's like a very straight line. They stick relatively close together. So just run your machine gunner forward and then have them completely like take all the damage with scratch damage. So that it'll only take a tiny amount of damage to actually KO them. And then run with your grenade guy again. Make sure they get lumped nice and close together. Kaboom. Double kill, level up. You can get the achievement that way, pretty handy. And you're almost guaranteed that 2-person setup. So, again, if you're struggling to get that achievement, that is one way to get it. Super duper handy. But as you can see there, we've unlocked the huge power station in the corner. That was part of the mission for our mission memo, just to reactivate over there. So just lay your hexes down and make a path over there for that. And so now that we're down in the lower levels, we have to kind of snake a little path, because as you can see, we're running a bit low on the old hexes there. But once we get close to the Lucia area, we're going to need the colored hexes now in order to, you know, activate that area and make it, accessible for us to explore that dungeon. So Lucia has now been unlocked, and we unlocked some hair dye for Vacheron. And again, with different people using the weapons, it just helps them level up really quickly and really evenly. And especially for the machine gun, like the main thing with them is to, you know, actually inflict scratch damage. So me continuing to fire on that one guy who was already fully scratched doesn't get any extra experience for Leanne there. So if I was actually exchanging damage across different enemies, it would have been an awful lot better. But yeah, it's mad funny like how the interpersonal dialogue between the characters is. So I was just grinding out here for like a little bit.
No, I'm not.
Leave her be. Everyone's scared at first.
Guys, Leanne is doing great. Leave her alone. Oh my god. Such bullies. But like here is like a perfect example of where, okay, you got two people in a row and you're able to do full scratch damage, really leveling her up super fast there, which is nice. And then you can have Bash or Zephyr, preferably Zephyr, because we're like trying to level his old gunplay up. And now he's just able to take out those two enemies really quickly. You see his little like red bar at the gun getting super quickly filled, because obviously he's doing lots of damage to fully scratched enemies. And then we have the leader assault here, so I'm like, we may as well just try and take out the leader and just finish the combat quicker. But as I say, if you're able to, you know, fight all the enemies, you get a much better handle, or a much better pool of experience points. Because obviously Leanne's going to get experience now for dealing scratch damage to him at his armor, and then if she's able to attack the other guy, she'll get like a level up as well. But here we have our first dungeon to explore, and you'll see in the top right of the screen there's like a little maze of connected hexagons, and basically we have to just traverse our way down along, battling all the while. And so here is really where we're going to see our levels absolutely skyrocket, because again, since we're using the guys having different weapons, they're going to be leveling up fairly quickly, and a lot of these enemies have pretty high enough health that you're going to be getting a good amount of experience, you know? But yeah, so the different colors of the hexagons tell you where you are. Bitch, Leanne is an absolute monster with that machine gun, and you are being a fool,
Let me at him.
thinking she is of no help.
Maybe a little taste of fear will do her some good.
And yeah, it's these guys. It's like the machine gun guys, the bandits. They're amazingly good for like experience and stuff. And Zephyr level 2, let's go. About to level 3, I'd say. Yeah, he's gonna zoom along. And Vacheron has to just be a little bit careful because that big baddie there is looking for trouble. But obviously, if you're able to hit, which is obviously more easily done with guns, but if you do eventually blow up the gas canister on top, he takes so much damage and like loses an awful lot of his armor. So that's very good. And now Liam's going to do a beeline. We're going to just go like parallel to the other guy, the big spider fella. And then we're going to just smack down this guy to get lots of like collectibles, gold chips and silver chips to get us more money. We love it. And then a little shot to Zephyr will just get all these guys down. Yeah, these guys you need to have your scratch weapons ready. And in hindsight, it probably would have been smarter to like just run with Leanne, but
There isn't a weapon made that a real pro can't handle.
we can just do one basic attack. And then hero one run with Vacheron. We should be able to KO. Boom!
It's all about having the right tool for the job.
So as you can see, we have the like little color boundaries. So this yellow boundary says we move on to the yellow hex.
Would it kill them to leave something a little nicer for us?
And so with this fight, there's obviously way more of these gunner guys. So they are just tricky because they obviously can attack from a very long range.
What difference does it make?
And unfortunately, I was trying to like change to the little gremlin, and it didn't work. So super duper annoying. But we're gonna skedaddle away with Zephyr and hopefully blow up this gas canister with Vacheron when it's safe. And another level up. We love it. We love it. Yeah, level up like 3 kills. We love that for us. And now with Vacheron, we're just gonna run him away from this big mad spider thing. I suppose if we can take out a gremlin, why not? Now we're back to full resonance points once again. So super duper handy. And like that, if the enemies are lumped up together, you can do some absolutely serious damage, which is really nice. But we also have some treasure chests, and like we're very lucky because if any of those like explosions or like grenade situations happen near a treasure chest, I think they like disappear. I think they blow up, like, so not ideal. But we're going to run to the last little area here in blue. I'm going to try and beat this this fight strategically.
Watch and learn. This is how a fight's done.
Okay.
So we have the big spider guy, 3 big mafia guys, and little gremlins with their like heads in oil canisters. And again, when you're crossing paths with your party members, it gives you a bonus to resonance, which you can use to have like a try attack. But like we've just not been really that lucky with like having a try attack at the moment. But you know, it is definitely a mechanic in the game that we will be using a bit later on. We just need to get our characters better with their guns first and have better, you know, accessories with their guns as well. But like when in doubt, attack the stretch damaged enemies. And if you can get another whack in, break a bit of armor. Now we're back to full full hero point charges. So once again, absolutely exploding these spider guys. So super duper neat. And just making sure you're on the right target, and then just fire away with the machine gun like cray. And yeah, so you'll see that anytime you like break off like armor or different like things they're holding, you get like an extra hero point and bezel for like your hero runs, you know. So if you're ever in the path of something that's wearing armor and stuff, your best bet is to actually just fire and break it, you know. And like that, I was able to just about defeat the little guy's gas canister that was running down. And again, back to full hero charge and just getting some smackdown goodness. And this is where it gets super fun when you have like the row and it's like, yeah, there's like scratch damaged enemies, there's like weaker enemies, and you're gonna just run and get like 3 kills and like a 1 dash action. And then obviously you're killing enemies, so then you're regaining your action economy with the bezels and everything, so it all just works out so well. And with these dweller enemies, like they're that weak that you can just kind of pistol run them, you know? And we collect all those lovely goodies from all around, and then we get our nice treasure chests as well, some colored hexes. We love that for us. That is just such a vibe. But I really do hope you guys are liking the Resonance of Fate series. Like, I do personally just find it so fun. But right now, we're about to enter the freaking first big boss fight. But thankfully, we've gotten escape hexes, so if you have a first aid kit, you can use escape hexes to just teleport out of this dungeon. But before we can do that, we gotta fight the Tar Man.
stay close.
What, you don't think the two of us can handle this?
Just
Zephyr
focus
is
on
so
the fight,
protective
okay?
of Leanne. We like love that for her. One exploded, two exploded. Now it's just us and the fire guy. And here's where I made my first mistake. I shouldn't have ran with Zephyr. Should have just ran normally. Just fired a basic attack. And I would have had an extra bezel for Leanne. And the worst thing I did was misjudge an angle for Leanne, which basically caused her to stumble. So the boss was like retargeting towards Zephyr, and I was like, cool, that's neat. But like, here I go, my time to shine. And I go to jump, and I bang into the boss because he's so tall. Ending my turn. I now only have one freaking bezel. The boss has no like scratch damage on him. Vacheron's on fire. Vacheron now doesn't even get an attack off. Leanne is being bombarded. And it's like, I've only one bezel, what am I supposed to do? I thought maybe if I like charged up enough, we could like have you know, what's the word even? Like have a stun, have a stun lock. And then I'm like, well, you know, if it didn't work the first time, it obviously will work, you know, the exact same, will be nothing different. So like, I'm kind of getting flustered, but then from Zephyr's point of view, I'm like, okay, maybe I can actually get some bezel points here, because Leanne did do a lot of scratch damage. So I'm just firing at will now, hoping to just shatter bits off this boss. And it worked. So the problem being, now Leanne is basically going to get KO'd. So I'm like, right, let's back up. Just fire scratch damage while I'm immune in the hero mode. And then panic is setting in. And I'm like, right, let's just do grenades, because they will at least do like full damage, and I know that if I jump from this height, I have enough height to actually get over the Tarman. And so you'll notice I'm literally just doing chunks of damage to his base hit points. I'm getting level ups, which like put Vacheron back on full hit points. But now it's like, oh dear, and basically if Leanne took one more point of damage, she would just die and we would have had a game over. But luckily, whatever angle Zephyr fired at, we managed to just nick all the scratch damage away and nick the final sliver of health to win us the boss fight. But that could have very quickly been like our first game over. So even somebody that like has platinumed the game, has done the game twice, has like done all these like, you know, different achievements years ago, the game is still like such a little puzzle game that you're like, yeah, if you just start making silly mistakes, you are skeroodled.
If you can hold your own, I can use you. Everyone else is just dead weight. You must have said that 1,000 times. A lot of good men died here. But there aren't any graves. And no one ever visits.
How sad, being forgotten like that.
Let's go.
Forget Relit Frida's final wish. She wanted a world free of suffering, and I swear to you, on her memory, it is a wish I will not let die. We are the ones who must make the change. We must banish that suffering from the world. Better than Plat Frida. Together, we can make her wish a reality. We must each of us strive with all.
Someone certainly thinks a lot of our dear departed prelate.
Not hardship. You know I speak the truth.
So after that cutscene, we are just going to do some grinding off screen for where I just filled out the second layer. So we looked at the Forsaken area, there's like nothing there, but there's like a little green hex, there's probably like other collectibles there. But Pateropolis we can't do. But that's really the chapter done, to be honest. We just have to turn in 1 or 2 more quests. But with the act of kindness where we have to get a doll, he literally was like, oh, are there any dolls in your house? And like literally, unless you return straight to your house before finishing the mission, there's a little doll in Leanne's room. And you can give the blacksmith Bongo the Clown from Leanne's room. And the mission is complete. And with all the missions complete, the arena having its star and its only rank, that is going to be episode 1. Or sorry, it's going to be chapter 1, episode 2. Oh, this is going to drive me insane. But yeah, that's the episode done and the chapter done. We're going to start into chapter 2 next episode. Best of luck, guys, and thanks for watching.